Good morning. I'm Ved Shinde. I'm from TYBMS. My roll number is M23167. And my topic for today is eurobonds, its meaning, its significance, and its type. So let's start. So, what does actually eurobond mean? Eurobond, even if the name suggests that it has to be euro based or Europe based, it does not necessarily mean that. So, eurobond is an international bond where any country outside of Europe as well can issue eurobonds, or any currency which is not euro based can also issue eurobonds. So, for example, a US denominated bond can be issued as euro bonds if it is issued in, say, euro, for example. So, even if US based, it is not in Europe, it is US dollars, they are not euros. So, still they can issue euro bond if they are issued in, say, London or Luxembourg or any other country or state. So why does Eurobonds actually matter? So it firstly provides cross-border capital. So it does not actually necessarily depend on one certain currency, one certain country's policies. It could lead to higher uncertainty. Second is diversifies the investments. Diversification, as we know, is a very important part of any sort of investment. So it helps in diversification. It is backed by government. It is backed by means it is backed by market powers. So it helps to safeguarding investors' interest. Secondly and thirdly, it is global reach. It has uh, multiple currencies backing it, so it has some sort of global reach, and anyone can issue euro bonds, and anyone can invest into it. So it also adds up to it. So, fourthly, it is a strategic tool. So, what are the core structures? So, firstly, we'll talk about basic euro bond types. So, there are three types of basic euro bonds. These are more traditional ones. So, let's start with the straight euro bonds. A very simple, a very minimalistic sort of Eurobond where there is a regular coupon payment. So, for example, if person A is investing into straight Eurobonds, they'll receive certain amount of interest as a payment on a regular period. That could be monthly, that could be quarterly, that could be any sort of payment, periodic payment. So they get interest periodically, and at maturity, they get the whole principal amount back. So for an investor who is looking for regular income and not a high capital appreciation, they can go for straight Eurobond as they are safer as they get periodic returns. Secondly, we have floating rate Eurobond, similar to the straight one, but it's just that the coupon rate is not static as it was in straight Eurobond. Here, the Eurobond coupon rate is volatile. It depends on market forces, it depends on the interest rate set by banks, by the federal banks. So it can go up and down depending on the economic situation. So it helps the investors who are at a much risk taking position, a higher risk taking position. It helps them to take that risk to gain more reward, and it also helps the economy to get some sort of money into their system. Third is zero coupon Eurobond. So there is a deep discount. So there is it is issued at a deep discount to face value with no periodic interest. So the sort of coupon rate which was being issued in straight and floating rate, it is not issued here. The investor who seek high capital appreciation over a period of time and don't want any sort of periodic payment, they highly invest into zero coupon bonds. Then we have hybrid and equity linked Eurobonds. So what are these Eurobonds? So first is convertible Eurobond, which means, as the name suggests, bonds at a certain maturity can be issued as equity shares. So they get converted into equity shares of a company after a certain period of time. So here the main motive of the investor is to get a debt instrument which later on travels or transfers into an ownership sort of deal. Then we have equity linked euro bonds. So here there is no conversion of the debt instrument per se, but there is link to the equity. So the performance of an MNC, for example, would lead to defining the rate of interest on the euro bond and the coupon rate of the euro bond. Then we have perpetual euro bonds. There is no end date or no maturity date of the coupons of the euro bonds. So bonds with no maturity date means perpetual Eurobonds. They get regular periodic interest payments in coupon at a certified coupon rate on a periodic basis. Then we have currency-based Eurobonds. So first is dual currency. As the name suggests, we have more than one currency involved into the transaction. For example, many a times it happens that the interest payment which is received by the investor is in one currency, and the principal amount which gets back to them at the maturity date is of different currency. So there are two currencies involved in this transaction. Then we have currency option bonds. It is similar to the same. uh, then later on, why Eurobond diversity matters. So first, as we discussed prior, that what is the importance of Eurobonds? Almost similar to that. First is global capital mobility, as we have discussed that multiple currencies, multiple countries, multiple factors go into it. So uh, the investment or the investor is pretty safeguarded, that it is not highly volatile of any sort, and it is a debt instrument, so they get some sort of interest at a periodic basis. Secondly, we have risk management. Diversification always helps into risk management, so not going 100% or all into a certain type of investment factor helps them to diversify all their risks. Then, thirdly, it is portfolio diversification, as explained before. Fourth is market innovation and efficiency. So, what are the key takeaways? So, we discussed about what is Eurobonds. Those are those currency bonds which have more than one currency involved. It does not necessarily mean that it has to be based off Europe or based into euro-based economies. It could be of any company of any country of any economy. Secondly, we have structural variety. Third, we have strategic value. Fourth is global impact. This is all we have discussed, and it was Eurobonds. Thank you.